Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. It is Wednesday, the 31st of May. This is our midweek update, and it's only been two trading days this week because we have a short week. So, what's going on so far this week? We came in, we had a high on the SPY pre-market on Tuesday morning off of the debt ceiling news, and we've been pretty weak ever since then, and we're kind of approaching this little downtrend, and we're getting a little bit of a pullback in an uptrend. And I think that's the way you kind of have to look at this right now. I know there's a lot of people out there saying doom and gloom, the market's about to fall apart. They might be right. But I'm looking at this so far as a pullback within a defined uptrend, and we came down, we went below the 8-day, and we bounced through it and well off the 8-day now and back up, and we're actually above the open here on the SPY. I view that as a good sign. When you look at everything else going on, we have the semis up here. I mean, what's going on is the names that are leading, and the big problem with this market is we do have a very thin amount of leaders. There's very few names that are leading, and they've all pulled back the last couple of days. Well, they were all really hot and extended, especially after yesterday's morning open. Some of these names were just in complete nosebleed territory. Great chart here is the SMHs, which pulled all the way back here and are still, look at how far they are still above the 8-day after this move. I mean, here's your NVIDIA gap up and a 3-day move way out of the Bollinger Band. It's reverting. To me, Tim Seymour talked about this last night. I know Tim, he's right. I like about it. Moves like this tend to bring out all-time highs. We'll see if that's right. That would be at 159.41. The Qs, which have already put in a long time ago, a 52-week high. Here's your little pullback here, not even to the 8-day. What continues to lag is the IWM weak, the diamonds weak, the financials remain very weak, the energy market remains very weak, the biotech and pharmaceuticals remain weak, and we remain in a market that is stuck with the same names over and over. That said, these names are still giving trades in both directions, depending what you're looking for. Microsoft today pushed above yesterday's high, couldn't hold it, but gave a nice trade on the way up before coming in. Meta continues to hold well in that big gap that goes up to 300 area, pushing right back up today. Basically, the low of the day came in right after the open. Not a bad push up there. Sitting in some Apple calls out into June. This one looks like it wants to grab the all-time high at 182. They have on the 5th, on Monday, they have their developers event, which they're probably a lot of people are expecting to talk AI, and they're probably looking for a run up into that. Amazon's, today kind of just hanging out, still holding well. We haven't heard much from AI and them yet either. Google still going sideways, absorbing this move, big move, looks just fine. And then we come to the big semis. NVIDIA, you know, so we talked this morning, it created an island top. An island top's when you gap up and you gap down, trapping everybody in this that was long. Well, NVIDIA was nice enough today to pounce up and to let longs out if they wanted out, as long as they didn't chase all the way up to 419. And then it came down and filled this gap, erasing both gaps in the same day and now coming into the lows. Notice still well above the 8-day, the gap sitting here, plenty of room to that gap. So while a lot of people are saying NVIDIA is done, this is the end of this move, I see this as a massive digestion pattern that's starting to develop after a massive move here and looks just fine. AMD still similar, big move off of NVIDIA. Remember, this move had nothing to do with AMD. See if it holds the gap in the 8-day, which is closing in on here pretty quickly. What else, guys, out there? Netflix continues to hold well, hit over 400, holding it here, just underneath it. Tesla trying to get through the 200-day and the 200 level, big levels. It's pushed above it each of the last 2 days, but unable to hold it so far. And, outside of that, you're seeing some smaller names play. Intel was at a conference today, mentioned AI, and they got a big boost. It's Intel. They'll screw it up. Don't worry about it. It'll be delayed beyond belief and won't be any good when it comes out, but that's how Intel's been lately. What else, guys, out there? Help me out, anybody in the room. UPST tried to go today, didn't go. It needs to get above 30. Affirm was smothered in flow early, pushed, got above the 200-day, but couldn't hold it. And this just kind of seems like the market would end. Tonight we have earnings from CRM, Salesforce, CrowdStrike, AI, which is going to be huge. Everybody's been looking at that, and Chewy. And then tomorrow night we have another bunch of names. So, we'll see. The market's taken 2 days off. We'll see if we get a bounce tomorrow. We get another day off. We have jobs number and data for the rest of the week. And I am off most of Friday. So I'll see you guys staying late for earnings tonight with you guys and catch you guys in a bit.